Hi everyone, welcome back to Listen and Learn English. I'm Bruno.
And I'm Carol. We are so glad you could join us today for another session of real, natural English listening practice.
Today, we're going to talk about a topic that is very close to our hearts. Literally, we're talking about home and living.
This is such a fundamental topic because your home is your sanctuary. It's where you relax, where you eat, where you dream, and for many of us lately, where we work.
That's true. Talking about where you live is one of the most common conversation starters when you meet someone new or when you're visiting a friend.
Exactly. And for our intermediate learners, B1 and B2, mastering the vocabulary of the home is essential. We'll move beyond just saying table and chair and look at expressions like home maintenance, decluttering, and cozy vibes.
If you want to improve your listening and learn how to speak about your daily environment naturally, you're in the right place. Remember to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.
So grab a cup of tea, find a comfortable spot on your sofa, and let's get started with today's conversation.
So, Carol, let's start with the big question. Are you more of a house person or an apartment person?
Oh, that's a tough one. I currently live in a house, and I love the privacy. I don't have neighbors living above me or below me. I don't have to hear anyone walking in high heels at 6 a.m.
I know exactly what you mean. I live in an apartment, and sometimes I feel like I know my neighbor's entire schedule just by listening to the walls.
But apartments have their benefits, don't they?
Absolutely. For one, the security is often better. Most apartment buildings have a gate, cameras, or even a doorman or a concierge.
That's a great word for our listeners. A concierge or doorman is the person who stays at the entrance of the building. It makes getting packages so much easier.
Exactly. And maintenance is usually easier in an apartment. If the elevator breaks or the hallway needs painting, the building management takes care of it. You just pay your condo fees or homeowners association fees.
Whereas in a house, if the roof leaks, it's my problem. I have to find a contractor, get quotes, and pay for everything. It can be quite stressful.
Contractor, that's a professional who does big repairs or construction. And quotes are the price estimates they give you. So, Carol, does your house have a backyard?
It has a tiny garden, or yard, as Americans say. It's not big enough for a swimming pool, but it's perfect for a patio with some chairs.
I miss having a balcony. My current apartment doesn't have one, so I feel a bit cooped up sometimes.
Cooped up, that's a fantastic expression. It means feeling like you're in a space that is too small, like a bird in a cage.
Let's take a virtual tour of our homes. Bruno, which room do you spend the most time in?
Honestly, the living room. My living room is multi-purpose. It's my cinema, my office, and my dining room all at once. I have a very large L-shaped sofa that takes up half the room.
I love those sofas. They're so inviting. For me, the heart of the home is the kitchen. I'm not even a great cook, but everyone always gathers in the kitchen when they visit.
They say the kitchen is the heart of the home. Is your kitchen modern or traditional?
It's a bit dated, to be honest. Dated means it looks old-fashioned, but not in a cool vintage way, just old. The cabinets are a strange shade of brown from the 80s.
At least you have cupboards and storage space. My kitchen is a galley kitchen, very narrow, like on a ship. 2 people can't stand in there at the same time.
Oh, that's tight. What about your bedroom? Is it your sanctuary?
I try to keep it that way. I have blackout curtains because I'm a light sleeper.
Blackout curtains are essential if you want a good night's sleep. I also have a walk-in closet, which was my dream for years. No more messy piles of clothes.
I'm jealous. I have a built-in wardrobe, but it's bursting at the seams. I have way too many hoodies and gadgets.
We should talk about decluttering later. But first, let's mention the bathroom. It's a room we don't talk about much, but a good shower head can change your life.
So true. I prefer a walk-in shower over a bathtub. It's more practical for a quick routine.
Bruno, what's your decorating style? Are you a minimalist?
I wish I was a minimalist. I love the look of clean, empty surfaces. But in reality, I'm a collector. I have bits and bobs from every trip I've taken.
Bits and bobs? That's a very British way of saying small items of various kinds.
Exactly. My shelves are full of souvenirs. What about you?
I'm trying to embrace Scandi style, Scandinavian design. Lots of light wood, white walls, and houseplants.
Oh, are you a plant parent?
I'm trying. I have a fiddle leaf fig and some succulents. They make the air feel fresher and add a pop of color.
I like that. I think lighting is the most important part of interior design. I hate overhead lights. They are too bright and cold. I prefer table lamps and floor lamps to create a warm atmosphere.
I agree. Mood lighting is everything. It makes the house feel homely.
And what about flooring? Do you prefer carpets or hardwood floors?
Hardwood floors, definitely. They are easier to sweep and mop. Carpets trap too much dust.
But carpets are so much warmer in the winter. There's nothing worse than stepping onto a cold floor in the morning.
That's why we have area rugs, Bruno. You get the best of both worlds.
We have to talk about the boring part of home life, housework. Carol, are you neat and tidy or a bit of a slob?
I'm a neat freak, actually. I can't relax if there are dirty dishes in the sink.
I'm more relaxed. I don't mind a bit of mess, but I hate dirt. There's a difference.
That's true. Messy is just things out of place. Dirty is, well, hygiene. What is your most hated chore?
Ironing. I absolutely despise it. I try to buy non-iron shirts or just hang them up immediately after the washing machine finishes.
I actually find ironing quite therapeutic. It's the vacuuming that I hate. My vacuum cleaner is so loud and heavy.
You need a robot vacuum. I have one called RoboBob. He wanders around the apartment and does the work for me.
Does he really work, or does he just get stuck under the sofa?
He gets stuck about 20% of the time, but he's a lifesaver for picking up pet hair.
Speaking of pets, that's another big part of home and living. They add so much joy, but also so much cleaning.
Totally. Scrubbing the floors and dusting the surfaces becomes a daily job when you have a dog.
And don't forget spring cleaning. That time once a year when you clean the nooks and crannies you usually ignore. Behind the fridge, under the bed.
Nooks and crannies. Great expression. It means every small hidden corner of a place.
Have you ever lived with roommates?
Many times. Back in my 20s, I shared a flat with 3 other guys. It was hectic.
Hectic means very busy and full of activity. I imagine the fridge was always full of labeled food.
Yes. Don't touch my milk. It can be hard to set boundaries when you live with others.
But it's also great for splitting the rent and sharing the bills. Electricity, water, internet, everything is cheaper when you go halves.
Now I live alone, and I enjoy the peace and quiet. If I want to leave my shoes in the middle of the hallway, I can.
There's a certain freedom in living alone, but it can be lonely sometimes.
That's why hosting is important. I love having friends over for a dinner party or a housewarming.
A housewarming is the party you throw when you move into a new place. It's a way to make the space yours.
Exactly. A house is just a building, but a home is made of the memories and the people inside it.
Well, I think we have covered almost every corner of the house today.
We certainly have, from galley kitchens to blackout curtains and robot vacuums.
We hope you enjoyed this conversation and that you now feel more confident talking about your living situation in English.
Remember, the best way to learn these words is to look around your own room right now and try to name everything you see in English.
And don't forget to practice every day. Consistency is the key to becoming fluent.
If you found this episode helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.
We post new videos every single day to help you on your English journey.
Tell us in the comments, what is your favorite room in your house? We'd love to know.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.